Hey, are you considering getting into the real estate market in the DFW area, either as a buyer or a seller, but you're really not sure about what's going on out there? You know, we hear a lot about interest rates, available home inventory. Is this a good time to buy or sell? And those are all great questions. Well, nobody can predict the future, and we don't know where interest rates are going to end tomorrow, next week, or at the end of next year. We can, however, get an idea of where things may be going by taking a look at some trends. In this video, I'm going to take a look at some of those trends and how they affect the real estate market today. I'm going to take a look and see where we've been, where we are now, and where we may be going in the future. Now, these trends I'm going to look at are going to be for the overall DFW area. And now, if you need some specific intel on your neighborhood, or maybe another area that you're interested in, all of our contact information is below. Make sure you reach out. We would love to connect with you and see if we can get you that information you need. But in the meantime, sit back and buckle up because we're going to talk about some trends and we're going to get after it right now. If this is your first time to our channel and you want to know everything there is about living, working, playing, and moving into the DFW area, then make sure you subscribe below and hit that notification bell so that you can be the first to know about the market in the DFW area. Hey, I'm Mike, and you know my wife Marilyn, and she's obviously not here with me today, but she is here in spirit, and we get contacted every day from people just like you who are looking to make a move into the DFW area, and we just absolutely love it. So it doesn't matter if you're moving in the next few days, the next few weeks, the next few months, or even next year. All it takes is a phone call to get the conversation started. All of our contact information is below. You can call us, text us, email us, or if you'd like, set up a Zoom call. We'd love to connect and see what we can do to help you make that smooth move into the Dallas area. I think it's safe to say that the Dallas-Fort Worth, Arlington real estate market has experienced some changes over the past several years. For instance, we talk a lot about Arlington now when we're discussing events in the DFW region. Many of the areas in the Metroplex, north and south, have been expanding, and the Mid-Cities area where Arlington is located is a great midway point between the cities of Fort Worth and Dallas, and it also puts it very close to the DFW International Airport. Arlington also is home to the Texas Rangers and the Dallas Cowboys. So with the addition of those two major sports franchises in the Arlington area, the commercial and the residential business has just been exploding in the Arlington area. Now let's start with a couple of questions. And the first one being, are home prices dropping in the DFW area? If we look at some statistics, over the past year, there's been a 9.3% year-over-year drop in sales volume. Now that translates into 86,231 homes sold versus 95,111 at the same time last year. The average sales price, though, has increased 3.93% year over year from $479,983 to $498,856. The median home price has not changed, though, over the past couple years, and it still sits at around $400,000. Now, as far as months inventory, which is the time it takes for a home to sell from listing to close, has increased from 2.4 months to 2.8 months, and the days on the market have also increased from 68 to 77. So what this data is telling us is that the overall volume of homes sold has decreased, but the average sales price has gone up a little bit, and it's taking a little bit longer to sell your home. Now remember, these stats are for the overall DFW area. Chances are that in your particular area, the stats may be a little bit different. So again, if you need some more specific intel on your homes, don't hesitate to reach out and contact us. If you're wanting to sell your home a little bit quicker, make sure when you're working with a real estate agent, which would be us, that you're looking at some of those current trends. You're looking at pricing, you're looking at presentation, and you're looking at all the current data that is specific to your neighborhood. Question number 2 is Dallas becoming unaffordable? Dallas has seen a surge in economic growth, which has led to urban development. Both the economic growth and urban development combine to contribute to Dallas's appeal as a vibrant metropolitan area, and that growth can certainly impact the affordability in the housing market. The demand for housing combined with limited inventory has the potential to drive prices higher. And now you factor in the higher interest rates, and there is an affordability issue for some segments of the population. However, there is a pricing diversification that exists throughout the Metroplex. For example, you may find a 4-bedroom, 3-bath, 2,400 square foot home in one part of town for $550,000 and go to another part of town, find that same house, but it's listed for $750,000. If you are flexible on where you want to live in the Metroplex, your real estate agent will be able to help you narrow down an area and a price range that might fit your budget a little better. Overall, though, sales nationally have declined, and with the surge in borrowing costs, the rise in sales price, the lack of inventory, a lot of would-be buyers have been increasingly sensitive to a lot of that fluctuation, and they've really opted to just sit on the sidelines and see what happens next. All right, we talked about the trend in home sales volume and the pricing, and we touched briefly on the economic growth affecting housing. So let's look at some of the current economic trends and job growth, which also have an impact on the housing market. The DFW area is a dynamic economic hub, and it's really fueled by its ever-evolving job market. The DFW area is home to the 4th largest concentration of Fortune 500 companies, and 24 of those companies call the region their home. The revenues generated by these companies alone the past year have totaled over $1.3 trillion in 2022, which is the largest for most large metropolitan areas. The most recent economic data highlights a promising trajectory in the DFW region, most significantly in the area of job creation. In July, the region experienced an incredible creation of 173,600 jobs. Now, according to the Texas Workforce Commission, that's an increase of 4.36% year over year, which really showcases a robust job market in the DFW area. The past 5 years' job growth has shown an encouraging pattern, growing at an annual rate of 3.25%. This continued upward trend shows the attractiveness and the resilience of the DFW job market. With every positive, though, there are some negatives, and unfortunately, there are some negative things to address, and one of those is in the area of unemployment. In 2022, the unemployment rate was 3.7%, and it now sits at 4.1%. This increase indicates a shifting dynamic in the employment landscape. For example, there may be more high-tech jobs that have been created, but there's just not enough skilled labor to fill those high-tech jobs. There are many factors that can influence the fluctuation, like changes in industry demand or global events, but despite the uptick, the DFW region's consistent job growth and diversified economy both contribute to the employment landscape in a positive way. All right, so we're going to shift gears again. We have touched on where we were in housing sales and pricing volume, and also looked at some of the economical trends that affect the housing market. So before we pull out our crystal ball and look into the future and see what may be ahead of us in 2024, I wanted to go over just a few more statistics in the housing market to give you a better idea of what's been going on. Now, I know that looking at numbers and statistics isn't really thrilling for everybody, so I promise I'm not going to inundate you with numbers, but we do want to give a few stats. New listings in North Texas were down, as of this video in 2023, 6.4%. Now that translates into 121,538 homes versus 129,825 in 2022. Pending sales also decreased 5.9% to 88,727 from 94,297. The percent of original list price to sold price is 95.9%. Now, versus 2022, when people were getting 100.9% of your asking price. The month supply of homes right now to sell is currently 3.3, meaning if no more inventory was added to the market, it would take 3.3 months for those homes to be sold. You know, there are stats and numbers for so many categories, and we can go over a lot of them, but again, that's not everyone's cup of tea. But I like to say this gives you the 1,000-foot view as to what's going on in the market. And yes, there has been an overall slowdown due to, as mentioned above, the surge in borrowing cost, increased sales price, low inventory, and because a lot of real estate is very hyper-localized, chances are that the numbers in your area are going to be a little bit different. So again, if you want some information on your particular area, all of our contact information is below. Make sure you reach out to us so we can help you. Now, what's in store for us in 2024? We talked earlier about the Dallas economy and job creation and how it is affecting the housing market, and there really are no signs of that trend letting up. That's not only going to continue, but probably get stronger as we move into the future. The region's economy is booming, and that's thanks to a diverse range of industries like finance, technology, healthcare, insurance, transportation, and logistics. The large number of corporations we have, along with a lot of the small businesses, have really helped to create a robust job market in the DFW area. The population has been steadily increasing over the past few years, with many people moving for job opportunities and the quality of life, which has led for more of a demand of homes. That demand has not only been for home ownership, but also for rentals. And as a result, real estate investors in the DFW area have seen an excellent return on their money. That's a trend also that we are going to see continue into 2024 and probably beyond. So the combination of strong economy, population growth, and a strategic location will contribute to make DFW a prime real estate market well into the future. Rob Dietz, who is an economist for the National Association of Home Builders, recently said at a Dallas Home Builders Summit, the Dallas housing market will surge in 2024. He also went on to say the country is in the midst of a mild recession, but local job growth is outstanding and has peaked. Next year is going to be difficult in 2024, but it will also be a year of housing rebound and stabilization of home prices. Well, that's probably enough information I've given everybody to chew on for a little bit. Until tomorrow, of course, when we open our computers or we pick up our newspapers or we're listening to the radio on the way into work, and there's more economic news out, more interest rate news, more home news, and we have more information to chew on and another direction to go, and that's just going to happen every day. I do appreciate you all sticking around to the end, and I hope that you gained more of an insight into some trends that are taking place in the Metroplex that are affecting the real estate market. If you need more information on your specific area or maybe any of the other areas in town you're interested, again, give us a call, send us a text, shoot us an email. We'd love to connect with you. Until then, we look forward to showing you around town or visiting with you. Give us a call and we'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.